Good morning. So previously in the three sessions, we discussed something about Maven installation, Maven configurations, Maven setup. These all the information we discussed. Okay. So today, as a programmer, when working on the project development and how the setup will be the pom.xml when the project is working on it. So I'll just give you overview idea because of I'm not actually application developer. Okay, my background is completely related to right, Windows administrator, Linux administration, and the network administration, virtualization, and the securities area, cloud environment. So if example, a Java developer is working on it, and how the console will be look like and how the pom.xml file is visible on the screen, I will show you. Okay, in the next class, we will be moving to Jenkins and we will create the Jenkins and we will integrate the Maven with the Jenkins in the next session. Okay, so be ready with that lab. So whoever already completed Jenkins, you can set up yourself. Otherwise, I'll directly start the Jenkins class. So post this class by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, like that. Okay. So in this batch, anybody have experience on Java application development in your college, after the graduation, anywhere you learn Java, core Java, advanced Java, like that? Anybody? No
No,
one.
sir.
No one. Okay, fine. So guys, let me connect my environment. So I have a AD and I have a web server. In the web server only I have installed uh, our Maven installation. So last time, so the same environment I'm going to connect here. Let me change that IP addresses and connect here. If you're not interested, this session, you can skip, no issues. Okay, this is not that much of important, but high level understanding purpose, I'm helping this class for you. Okay.
This small doubt.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Tuesday classes we Maven installation is done in the AWS.
Your voice is too low, Gopi.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, now it's okay.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Tuesday class we done it. We learn about how the installation in the Maven installation in the AWS. After this is the next class only, no?
Yeah, that's the next continuation class. Yes.
Okay. Yesterday there is no class, no. That is the reason I'm asking.
No, no.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
See here, this is the one we have installed in the last week class. Okay. So last week we have discussed an installation of Maven in the Windows Server and Linux machine. Huh? That we discussed. Perfect. So when you want to see a live output of form.xml, that we will go with the automation with the Jenkins integration with the Maven. So like this, Maven integration with Jenkins. Okay. So you can see here, this is a concept we need to do it. Okay. JFrog Artifactory and Jenkins is a next-gen DevOps pipeline automation. This is actually very, very important. Nowadays, we are doing that. So JFrog is providing is a 14 days free trial. Within the free trial only we can do that. After that, it will be converting into paid services. These are Artifactory services for evidence collections and output collections. Everything will be doing that. So here you can see this. There are four important things: streamlined release management with a Jenkins and JFrog, fully reproducible Jenkins builds, native package management, integrated security, release management. So these all are information is available. So now this setup is a very big thing. Okay. So we need to install Linux machine, make it as a Jenkins server, creating the JFrog account creation, integrating with the Jenkins with the JFrog, and the plugins we need to configure for Jenkins with Maven. So then create the sample projects. Okay. Then we can create the pipeline and we can deploy it on the end computing, or maybe you can create the output of the packaging. That's a very, very big project. So probably next week we will see that. Okay. Possibilities I'll take from tomorrow onwards. So tomorrow is a Friday, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These 3 days I'll work on that. Otherwise, I'll be work on from Monday. So depends on that. So don't create anyone JFrog account creation unnecessarily. Hmm? Whenever I start the session, then you can create yourself. And one more important update is Jenkins Maven configuration is that there's a step-by-step configuration is available. So here we have a plugins.jenkins.io is available, this website. So here we need to follow a big document. We need to configure this environment. See, environment variables configured with the Maven, like a pom.xml configurations in the Jenkins. So as of now, we understand Maven structure, pom.xml structure, and in real-time environment, a application developer, how pom.xml file will be configured, that I will show you today. The next classes, we will configure with the plugins, Jenkins plugins with the Maven build jobs that will be discussed in the next sessions. Okay, this is for your information. This is for your information. So today I'm going to help you to understand how a Java applications can be created. So there is a tool name called Eclipse. Do you know what is the meaning of Eclipse? Hmm? Any idea? What is the meaning of Eclipse?
Sir, it is a tool to run Java programs, sir.
Exactly. It's a tool to run, create a Java programs in real-time environment. So Eclipse also will be created a Java program based on your output, like a jar files, var files, EAP file, ER files, depends on your requirement. Suppose your project is clearly mentioned that your project build with Maven. So Maven also inbuilt plugin configuration with Eclipse is available nowadays. So to set up that, first we need to install and configure the Eclipse on your system. So guys, I'm not installing the Eclipse on my laptop directly. I'm installing this on my cloud system. Okay. Don't spoil your system. So create one Windows machine, then you can practice whatever you want in your AWS EC2 instance. Now I'm connecting the cloud instance and I'm going to download Eclipse software download. Eclipse download, Windows 20. What is this operating system? It is a 2022. So Eclipse IDE, I'm going to download the package and installing on my system. You can see here, this is a Windows package. Click here and download. But in real-time environment, you're not working on the Eclipse. That's for your sure. Okay. This is I'm explaining to you for understanding how application developer using the Eclipse and they'll be creating the project in the form of a Maven structure, creating the pom.xml file. And in the pom.xml file, what are the automation they'll be doing? That information I'm going to explain here. So now the file is available and I need to download here. And I already downloaded, I'm going to install. So you'll get this message and click on more info and run anyway. And click yes. Let me run once again. So let me try with the administration. Run as administrator only, I did that. No. Let me change the directory location and I can try here. No. So the same file I'll be copy here and I try to install it on my local system. Whether it is working or not, let me check this. I'm trying to install it on my personal computer. Okay, the installation is started. See guys, Eclipse IDE for Java developer, Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers, and different options are available. Now that's we need to carefully, we need to check that and we need to provide it. I think so. We need to create a prompt.xml and we need to integrate the Maven projects. Which one I need to install?
Sir, this step from Eclipse to Maven integration will be done by the DevOps engineer or the developer side they will do?
Developer side they will do.
Okay.
And this installation will be taken care by every company have a application repository team will be there. Okay. There's a separate team. So they have a portal. Example, you joined as a Java developer. You'll raise a request on the portal. The portal will send for approval your manager. Once your manager is approved, then go for your desktop admin. The person will contact you, take your remote system, and download the file from the local file share, and with these credentials he will install to you. You don't have any admin rights. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Package developer complete organization based on Eclipse. Even I don't have complete idea about this. I'm first time installing it. Okay, I'm trying to install this one. Install it here. Accept now. Don't install it, okay? Don't install it. And you can just understand the concept, how this file, the application is using by the application developer. This is not for you. Let me pause the record. So there's one more important update is Eclipse name was recently, there's a one more name was changed, IntelliJ. Okay. So whenever you're installing, that first option is showing, right, IDJ, right? So that is called IntelliJ softwares nowadays the people are using for developing the Java applications and testing, packaging and that. Okay. Guys, you can see here. So once you install the Eclipse software, once you open, so you will get this kind of console will be there. Okay, this Eclipse workspace will be open. Here, go to File and click on New, and in that New, there's a multiple things will be there in the project. So here, there is a Java project. You can directly create it by clicking this. All the necessary items will be comes with that. Suppose based on that requirement, separate task you are performing. So based on that different level of works you will be performing, like a project, class, interface, okay, annotation. So you can select other options as well. Suppose you are creating a new project. By clicking the project, you'll get a project window like this. So here, there are a lot of Eclipse supported project modules will be showing here inbuilt. So Java, Gradle, Maven, these are the different types of okay, support types are available. So now you're going to develop the Maven project, right? You can expand the Maven folder. There are different types of Maven project modules will be available. So you can select the Maven project in the third option. After that, you click the next. Okay, you will get a different types of group IDs will be coming. So this group ID is nothing but it is a default group IDs for different tasks. Okay, these all are predefined. You're not creating this. These are already created with some versions, Artifactory IDs. It will be appear here in the list. So this one we called as, this architect IDs we called as archetypes. Okay, archetypes. So depends on your work, you need to find out which version you need to select, and you can select here and click on next. So once you select this latest version, you can select this option, only latest version will be showing. Otherwise, the older versions also will be showing here for each type or each archetype. And coming to the next option, okay, here the new project window will be appear. So here we need to provide you the complete information about the project. So here we need to provide the group ID. So what is the purpose of your project you are creating? The group ID you can create it. So mostly you can give the company name. Mostly you can give the company name you have provided. Example, this website is a Simply Learn. So Simply Learn they provided. After that, artifact ID will be there. Here you can provide your project information. Example, my project 1, my project 2, my demo project, my production project, whatever the name you are mentioning that one you can select it. And based on that, automatically it will be taking the version 0.0.1 snapshot. At any point of time, we want to go back and you can reconfigure your system. And coming to the package, here the package, once you drop down, we have a list of packages will be showing here. That means jar, var, EAR, different types of packages will be shown here. And after that, suppose if you click an advanced one, if I click on advanced one, so we will get a subgroup IDs. Under the group IDs, you can create a more project information. So maybe if you don't have any sub projects, you don't want to click on advanced, and you can directly click finish. Once you click finish, the project will get created. So once project will get created, form.xml file will get created automatically in the Eclipse window. So you can see in this window in the left side under your project, example Maven project you have created, right? Maven project. This is Artifactory. Whatever the name is provided, separate project will get created. Under that, there's a lot of folder structures will get created like SRC main, SRC tester, JRE system, Maven dependencies, SRE target, pom.xml file get created. So here, along with that, so with this file in the project, pom.xml file will be there. Once you select in the right window, you can see the XML window. And here you can configure dependency, hierarchy, effective pom.xml, overview, all type of actions you can do it based on your convenient. Suppose right now this pom.xml name will be past a few years we'll be getting that. So previously the name is not a pom.xml, project.xml. The name was previously project.xml, project object model. So now the name was changed to pom.xml. So previously it is a project.xml file will be there. Now the name is changed to pom.xml file. So once you select this, automatically this file will be showing here. The default structure will be based on your requirement. You can create a dependencies and you can add which type of dependencies you need to add manually based on the applications. We don't have any information about the dependencies because that will be given by a programmer when there will be initially discussion with the client What are the applications they're developing? The applications require the dependencies, they will mention that. So as a DevOps engineer, we don't want to bring to anything here. So whatever the file source code they provided in the SRC main Java, SRC test Java, these files we will take, and based on the dependencies was mentioned here, automatically we get it. Suppose in the pom.xml file, you mentioned that suppose dependency is a JUnit. So once you mention the JUnit and this information, automatically in the Maven dependencies, if you expand here, all the dependencies file will be showing in the drop-down list. Once you save it, automatically it will be pulled it. I told you in the last session, the binary files will be downloading from the Maven repository, that is a remote repository to local repository. This is your local repository here. This is your local repository. So once you're removing it, again it will be removing it. When you're adding, automatically adding. So whatever the dependencies you are selecting, automatically will be selected. Suppose here the version is showing is the 3.8.1. If you're changing to the older version, maybe some older version is there. Once you modifying and save it, automatically the local repository will be cleaned out, deleting all the binary files, and freshly it will be downloaded from the Maven repository site. This will be taking automatically. So you can see here, and when we are open the test file, if any test files you want to configure, the testing team will be test the applications based on the project was developed, the project output will be get created, and based on the test cases, whether this project was a success or failure, they'll be given that like a positive results or negative results they'll be giving here. That's called app-test.java. So mostly testing team will be working on the app-test.java file. So the Java extension file name is called .java file. You can check any file extension with a Java file only. App.java is the main configuration file will be there, and is a testing file. So here the testing parameters will be right. You don't worry about that. So this is not our job. This is not our job. Coming to the pom.xml file, here we can modify. So we have a edit monitoring options are available. You can check that. Suppose ambient repository, ambient repository, you can use a JUnit. Okay, JUnit. Yeah. When I click this, based on the version, open it. So this code you need to directly copy and paste it. That's it. You don't want to make anything. You can copy this entire line. Okay, right click, and you can go here and you can paste it this. That's it. You don't want to make any changes, right? You don't want to write this structure. Ready-madely available this code, Maven code. If you are doing the Maven, yes, you can. If you're using Gradle, you can use Gradle. If you're using SBT, if you're using IV, if you're using Grade, if you're using Builder, so different models of building tools are available. You can check that. Any other question? Huh? Now I'm going to launch the Eclipse IDE. Launch here. Any other question? So how the project was created in Eclipse by the programmer by using the Maven formatted Maven related projects, and how the pom.xml file created, how you need to modify, how you can add the dependencies from the Maven repository. Any other questions here? I'll give the link, guys, so can please check this. This is only for your understanding, so nobody will ask you. Okay, if anybody is asking, you can tell that you're not a application developer, you're a DevOps engineer. You can copy the chat. So this is a page will be there. Okay. Now can go to File, New. Here, projects will be there. Go to Other Project. Here, we have a Maven will be there. Maven project file. Click Next. This is the one we have. If you have creating a simple project, you can select here. If you go with a default project, we have a archetypes will be available. Okay. So based on your project type, you need to select the proper archetype and you can select and you can go ahead. Okay. See, these archetypes are getting shown here. Maybe Java related. Okay. Maybe like a Java FX related. So different projects are there. Based on that, you can select and click next and you can go ahead. Otherwise, you can go back and you can create a new simple project and click next. And here it will ask what are the information you need to give and you can provide the information and you can create it. Suppose I'm going to create a group ID. Okay. So based on that and archetype, Artifactory ID, version ID, Java packages, you need to select. Now can give the name of the group ID. Group ID, what we can give? They have some industry standards they'll maintain. So they starts with a name with the com. Okay. Then dot, and you can give that CTN. I'm giving the company name. And Artifactory ID, we can give the project, my project. Okay, you can give this name. And version will be like by default, it will be starts with a 001. You don't want to make any changes here. And what is the packaging type? Like you are giving that a jar file, POM file, or WAR file, which one you are selecting that. Okay, it depends on your project type you are selecting. So now it is a Java application file only, right? We can make it a jar file. If you have any advanced configurations, anything you want to configure, profile and template information, not required if anything. If you have any parent and sub project if you are maintaining, so you can select the parent project. So you can map it. Right now is creating the first project. You don't have any project group ID and artifact ID will be coming. So that's it. And finally, you can click finish. Once you click finish, the project will get created here. The project will get created. So here is my project. Expand here. This is a main file. These are test files. And this is a main pom.xml file will be there. So if I double click here, it will open in the right side, the pom.xml editor window. There you can add your configurations. This is the by default template will be coming. So based on the project, you will be add and you will be configure this setup. Any other question? No questions? So thank you all. So in the next class, we will be further configuration we will do for the pom.xml file, how you need to modify, how you need to update, how the package build will be doing. That concept I'll explain. So dependencies, how you can add the dependencies, all these things I'll explain. Thank you very much. So if you want, you can try to install on your personal computer. I think in server operating system, it is not installing. Yes, it will install, but I don't know why it's getting problem. If you're trying to install, you can go for the website link and you can download and install it. So let me stop and I'll give you the link to download the software. This is a link, you can download it, okay? You can please copy this information quickly. Can copy and leave for the day.